Okay. Okay. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Crimson Skies. And welcome back to another new player guide video. We're going to basically finish now the basic tutorial. Okay, so this one is probably going to be a bit longer of a video because we're going to go over everything that you can do in social. Uh, to kind of have players understand everything that you can do on social. The reason why you should probably be saving those Joker tickets and working on doing the dailies for the Joker tickets and all that other good stuff. We're gonna be working on it. Like I said, everything else in the advanced section just kind of rewards you with Joker tickets. So you can do this stuff if you want to kind of collect it. All that other stuff just gives you Joker tickets, so you can ignore it. I ignore it. I don't really care if I max it out, then I max it out. But this stuff isn't that important to me. It's just finishing all the basics and getting that permanent weapon skin. So we're gonna do that today. We're gonna get this last bit done. I'm gonna go over everything in social. I'm gonna start this off. I'm gonna show you guys how or like the most effective way to switch districts, right? So you go over to district select. Now you could click on the big button for social district down here. And to be honest, this is probably the best way to do it for social. But when you're trying to play missions, I don't recommend clicking on the picture. I recommend clicking on the advanced tab up here, and then you see all of the available districts you can join. And you can see there's a lot of empty ones because I'm on North America. we have a little bit of a smaller player base. And you can see there's only one financial district that has a population, and then there isn't really anyone playing on waterfront right now. So this kind of helps give you a little bit extra information on what district you can play, since Little Orbit effectively made it so that you can't really play unopposed missions anymore. So you can't just like go into an empty district and just grind missions out for XP. You have to kind of go where the population is, right? So today's a financial day. Okay, but we're gonna ignore that. On the EU server, the European server, they do have a higher population, so there's generally a financial and a waterfront going on. North America, we hop days, right? But we're gonna go social. We're going social. I just want to kind of get that out there too for new players to understand that when playing, especially on NA, since we do have a little bit of a smaller player base, um, clicking on advanced gives you kind of the information to kind of know, okay, so we're playing this district today, or we're playing that district today, or everyone's in Fight Club. It's just kind of so you don't just click on the button and be like, oh fuck, there's nobody in this district. Why can't I play missions? Well, that's why they got rid of unopposed missions. But so let's go to social district real quick, and we're gonna go over everything in social. We're going over everything in social. Everything in social. Okay. And there's quite a bit to do. Social is probably one of the main things that keeps people around in the game because of all the crazy creative stuff you can do. You're able to customize your clothing. You're able to customize your character. You're able to customize your car. You can make designs and then put those designs on any of that stuff. And you can even make music. So there's a lot of creative stuff. We'll start with the one location I can't go as an enforcer. They have like a faction specific building. So this is the Crim building. Criminals. It's like a giant club. Where they'll have a couple of contacts in. You can kind of run around and hang out in there. Back in the day, this place actually used to be kind of crazy because you'd have it's actually kind of wild. So this building, I used to use a lot in the clans back in the day. We'd occupy one of these empty rooms, like you can see one over there, and you used to see it all the time. Oh wait. Oh, okay, there's one here. Okay. I was like, did they get rid of the rooms? So what we used to do back in the day is you could, we just go in here, everybody would spray their tag for whatever clan icons we had. I don't have any symbols on this character, of course. It's a brand new character. You can play music in this room through here. And it would like play through these speakers. It's kind of cool, right? And we used to do like little clan meetings and clan gatherings and stuff like that. Obviously, the player base is a lot smaller nowadays, so it's not this building's kind of just always empty. I think I still have a video where there'd be like a DJ playing music and a bunch of people down here talking and like doing emotes and stuff. Good stuff. No, I'm recording. I'm recording. And but we're gonna go over all the things you can do in this district. We're gonna go over all the things you can do in this district. Now, for the enforcers, Rendezvous is the enforcer building. Over here, once again, there's you'll see kiosks and stuff. This is just kind of just for enforcers, right? I guess more of a roleplay kind of aesthetic than it is anything else. You can showcase your cars. You have a couple of contacts. You got one Sophia, yeah, that's her name. Down here in another like club space where you can play music and stuff. And then up here you'll find the second contact, La Roca. But this is all more roleplay once again. When it comes to the things you can do, you'll find most of it over here. This is where most of the players are now. That hang out in social. And we'll actually start with a designer kiosk, right? Actually, it's highlighted. They have a designer kiosk highlighted, but you got like four different kiosks. You got four different kiosks. You got down here in the Dragon Body Parts and Oasis Salon. These are character kiosks with a symbol designer in each one. On the second floor, you'll find clothing kiosks. And then over in here, you'll find vehicle kiosks. Also, underneath this building down below, you'll find vehicle kiosks down there as well. What we'll do is, first and foremost, we'll go to the designer kiosk, and I'll show you how to work the designers. There's actually a fifth one, I forgot. The music editor, which is in the faction-specific buildings. We'll do that one last. But, so there's I don't do this stuff a whole lot. I mean, for a while there was a time a few years back where I was deep into this, but it's I mean, it's kind of cool. So the more creative you are, the more you'll get out of it, right? More creative you are, the more you get out. I've seen some pretty amazing stuff people have made. But you can like outline it, and then I'll have this one be like gradient left, and we'll put it like right here. I'll duplicate it. Duplicate. But then I'll make this one gradient right. I'm just doing random stuff. Okay. But you can mess with it, right? So there's a lot of creativity you can kind of put into this. All sorts of stuff. In fact, I'll put this underneath the two things. I'll make it look like it's a book or something. That'd be kind of cool, I guess. Right? Oh, I fucked up. Why did you randomly turn into delete? You duplicate gradient left, move you this way. Okay. Now the lining is all fucked up because for some reason it turned into because for some reason it turned into a capsule. Okay. But they got a lot of crazy things you can kind of mess with. A lot of different systems and features. All sorts of interesting stuff. Oh, they have like camouflage I can just put on. Oh, I didn't know they had a camouflage. Like I said, I don't mess with this too much. That's kind of funny. We're going to put these all underneath. So, but yeah. And then what you can do is, so let's say you make something, you're happy with it, you can save as, you name it something, I'll just give it L. Because it's not a great design, right? Kind of an L design, huh? And then, so you've made a design, and once again, this tutorial is kind of walking you through all this too, right? So it wants you to make it simple, it wants you to kind of customize clothing, it wants you to customize a vehicle, and then perform an emote. We'll go over all that fun stuff. But it doesn't talk about a character creator, so this is kind of that same thing that you did when you first created your character. You can mess with the body, you can put tattoos on them, you can change your hairstyle, all sorts of stuff. And once again, with the tattoos, it's you can take your symbol you made and you can put it on them anywhere on the body. You can kind of twist it. You can change its color. You can do all sorts of crazy stuff with it, right? And then let's say you're not happy with this one. Let's say you want to make a a design or something, right? You don't have to go back to the symbol designer. You can just come down here to the designer button. Oh, my face is covering it. So my mouse is here, right? It's literally right down here on the bottom. It'll be highlighted. It says designer. You click on it. It takes you to the designer, you know? So you don't have to run between kiosks if you want to make a different design for something else. You can just do it in these individual kiosks that you're working on. And you're like, oh, I want to make this. And then you can just click on the button to do it. We're not going to save. But once again, it's got a lot of freedom. There's a lot of freedom behind it. You can kind of make pretty much anything you want. Now we'll go to the clothing designer. Once again, a bunch of people here. And like I said, there's a symbol designer here too. But once again, you don't really need to go there. You can just go to the clothing designer and then just click on the button for the symbol designer. Keeps things really nice. And here, even as a new player, they give you 2 free clothes you can put on. So we'll put them on. It takes a second for it to load, of course. Nice, got some clothing. And then once again, you have like total freedom. You come down here. Okay, you can't see it. It says customize. You can customize the clothing. You can change its base color. So I'll make it like a purple with white, right? And then you come over on this, and then you can add decals, fonts, presets, whatever you unlock, and then any symbols you make, you can put on it, put it anywhere, change the perspective of it, put it over here. Just all sorts of fun stuff, right? All sorts. You can have it wrap around or realign to how the clothing is made, depending on how you want it to look. So, lots of stuff you can do. Lots of stuff you can do. But yeah, once again, lots of kind of creative freedom. You can kind of make it however you want, any colors you want. You can, or if you want a different color on this one and this one, you just kind of get a symbol and you can just wrap around it. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. So now I'll show you, as we're of course completing the tutorial. Sorry, I didn't save it, so we gotta. So we gotta go back and fix that real quick. Goodness. So we'll go to the ringer T. We'll change the color. I'll make this white. Bam. Saved. Okay, so now it's saved. So now we got it done. So now we can just head back out. Let's make sure I got it done. Good. So now we'll go edit a car. We'll go edit the car. Show you how that works. I'll go over the marketplace as well. We'll go over the music maker. Just kind of show you guys all that you can do. I'm not really talented in any of this. I kind of ignored it. I just play the game. So once again, it's the same process as with like clothing and stuff, right? You can customize it. You can put lights on if you have them unlocked. You can mess with the wheels, and some of them you can do colors for. Let me see if if the Cosenza has one. Chrome, silver, black, chrome. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not for the Cosenza. I'm an enforcer, so they give you like police lights you can mess with. But once again, it's all kind of the same concept, right? You can just kind of change the colors. They have reflection, pearlescent stuff, so you can make it look a little darker, or make it look brighter, or put maybe another color on it that you like. But it's all the same concept, right? You can kind of customize every piece of it. You can put art decals on it. You can change the license plate on it. Total freedom to kind of how you want it to look, kind of how you want to put on it. Other cars get a little bit more love when it comes to kind of designing the body. This one doesn't really give you a whole lot of customizations. That's kind of funny. But this one only comes with like, you can mess with the wheels, you can change the wheels, and even then it's a little limited. And then it's just kind of like the lights, and that's it. That's kind of wild. It doesn't have like any bumpers or hoods or like any actual body part modifications. Other cards get more love than this one. Okay, Little Orbit, you should probably add a couple, huh? Dalton Fresno, I know, has a couple kits you can put on it. I know that the Charged Cisco has a ton of kits you can put on it. It's kind of hit and miss with that, unfortunately. Some cards got more love than others when it came to like the body kits and the body parts that you can put on it. That one seems to have been kind of just abandoned. So we got 2 more kiosks, I believe. We need to go over the Music Maker and then the Arma's, well, not the Arma's Marketplace, but the Player Marketplace. So over here, you have the Music Maker. And they have a bunch of sample tracks you can play with. Or you can just make a new one. Okay, and once again, I only messed with this like a couple of times, and even then that was over a decade ago. I haven't really touched this in a long time. But you can, let me see if I remember. So, my gosh, I actually don't remember. Okay, so these are all presets. When it plays all these at once. So, and then the selected instrument is here. And you can kind of switch through all the stuff that they have. So, like a hip hop drum kit, you play it. Oh, shit. Cancel. Cancel. Okay, I want to play it. So we got that. We can go to a separate track, and you can see they played all of it at once, right? I think the patterns is for you to kind of switch through. So let's say you're making an actual song or something. You can kind of really mess with all that kind of stuff. I think this is more for a theme for players to make, because when you kill people, it'll play a theme. You can make the themes custom. And you can sell them on the player marketplace for other players to buy, and then they can play them. It's kind of cool. Like I said, I don't really mess with this kind of stuff. I never was big on this. I'm too retarded for it. It didn't even play the pattern. Oh, I see. I have to switch the pattern. Which pattern? Pattern 8. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you can mess with it. I'm not gonna save this. I just want to show you guys. So let me back out of this now. I'll show you guys the player marketplace. Okay. The player marketplace. And this is where you can buy and sell like customized clothing, if anyone ever does that kind of stuff. Let me see if people actually do that real quick. Clothing. Search. Oh, people do. Okay, yeah. So these are clothes that people have made. Show selected. Okay. Looks like a jersey of some sort of sports jersey. So you can see that actually a crap ton. That's crazy. I didn't even know people actually did that. Someone is selling a mask. Yeah, but so basically, if you get good at it, I'm sure people will buy these things. I always mess with my own stuff. I didn't even know people. That's funny to me. I didn't even know that was a thing. He's got a baseball cap. Very fun. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. An Easter shirt. Let's see what it is. Oh, yeah. But as you can see, the more creative you are, the better you can make it look. Like people will buy it. There used to be some crazy. There was for a while. I remember someone was really good at making like shadows, like shadow images and stuff like that. I remember buying a ton of those on a separate account. That's interesting. But like the stuff that I generally use this for the marketplace is I'm looking for modifications. So because this is the big money. This is the big boy. long range rifling, 3-point sling, because you have to generally grind out to unlock these. Or other people who already have it unlocked will just sell them on the marketplace. Now this price is insane. These are still kind of high. Still kind of high. Okay, 90,000 I think is where things start getting a little bit more reasonable to purchase them. But this helps you kind of skip the grind a bit, where you can still get these mods even if you don't have them personally unlocked. But when you do have them unlocked, you can sell them. And it's definitely very nice, definitely very handy, very helpful, very fun. And then so that's all of the kiosks that the game has. That's all the customization you can do. That's all the fun stuff. But when it comes to the other part, a more newer edition of the game, I would say, is the Joker distribution store. So this is where all those Joker tickets is basically used for. When you're grinding it out, they have a bunch of contacts here. Some newer than others. In fact, I'm still learning because I don't use the Joker ticket system very often. But they so this person you can see, this is the stuff that I remember. Right? It's all like preset like clothing outfits or vehicles and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's cool, that's kind of lame. Why would I grind out for that? I think this person had like the one item in the game that Joker tickets used to just be saved up for, but they obviously revamped it. So now with Joker tickets you can do a lot more. It was actually the crown, the 10,000 however much it was. I was like, oh god, that's insane, I'm not doing that. But no, they've revamped it. It's been revamped fairly recently to be much more useful than just getting a crown. You can get kits. You can get vehicle kits. That's awesome. Yeah, this is all unlocking titles. You can unlock titles. You can get vehicle kits. Some clothing, some pieces of clothing. Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of discovering this with you guys. So this person basically helps you get some of the premium clothing options that this used to actually be for with Joker tickets and even weapon skin. That's awesome. Oh, four slot vehicle. I think this one's a 4-slot vehicle too. That's nice. Yeah. So you can get some premium items just through Joker tickets. This is all clothing, vehicles, vehicle kits. I saw a single weapon skin and a bunch of titles. This person, what do you have? You can I buy or rent? Select purchase option. Expires in 30 days, 6 hours, 3 days, 7 days, 30 days. Okay, so you can rent with Joker tickets. Mods. So you don't even have to pay the in-game cash. You can just come over here if you have like how much to rent? 400. So if you have about 500 Joker tickets, you can rent a mod. And it's not too hard to get Joker tickets nowadays. They kind of made it easier. You can nice. You can even purchase consumables. So if you like the EpiPen, if you like being able to sprint fast, if you like to be able to kind of heal on command, they have options for that now. You can just purchase them and then equip them to your character. Like I said, I'm kind of learning this with you guys. The firebomb, of course, you can purchase the firebomb. You can. Are you able to rent or permanent? Permanently purchase weapons with Joker tickets too. So you don't even have to do. You don't have to buy this stuff on the Armas with real money. You can just come here, save up some Joker tickets for a weapon you want, and then you can purchase permanent for your character. That's kind of nice. That's actually pretty awesome. The Osma. You can't even get the Osma on Armas. And you can get it with Joker tickets. Holy shit, how much? 10,000? How many Joker tickets do I have? How much do I... Well, this isn't my main. Never mind. But I might save up for that. Because, yeah, you can't even purchase the Osma. Osma would be fucking crazy to have as a new account. That's wild. Pretty wild. What else do they have on here? I'm looking. What else they have on here that I can purchase permanent that I might be interested in getting? Oh my gosh. Oh, these are 3-slot. The Talon. The hot foot is the one that comes with mobility sling. Oh. Bro, that's crazy. That's 5,000 to get that permanent. That's wild. Yo, I gotta Hey, I gotta start grinding on Joker tickets actually, because some of these I don't have. That's nuts. What else do I not have? What else would I be interested in getting? So, oh, the Aces weapons. Oh my goodness. Getting the Fang would be kind of nice. Quick draw with the 3-point sling 3. Oh my goodness. I literally don't have that. I've yet to get it. The compounds. Yeah, so they got some really good. Oh wow, that's actually kind of amazing, to be honest. This I have to save up for, and it's a 3-slot. It's a 3-slot Osma. Holy cow! Holy cow, man, that's nuts. Okay, yeah, no, I got some work to do on. I got some work to do after this video. That's insane. So yeah, so Joker tickets, like I said earlier, super super important. What do you have? I think this is the one that gives you legendaries. Yeah, so this is all of the legendaries in the game. You can now just choose to rent. I think you don't give you're not given an option on this one. I think it comes with a chance you can get it permanent when you pay the 2,500 to rent it. There's an option or an opportunity to be able to get it permanent when you purchase it or rent it. So yeah, it's definitely been revamped quite a bit. Definitely grind out your Joker tickets. And it'll literally help you skip the grind. Holy crap, that's kind of crazy. That's actually kind of insane. I didn't realize you can get the fucking Osmond. That's so crazy to me. That's so fucking they don't even you can't even purchase that on Armas, but you can get it with Joker tickets. That's so insane. That's so crazy to me. Okay. But yeah, that is kind of all of the different locations of social. There's just a couple other things I'll show you guys. If you press F11, you get all of your available emotes. If you press F10, you get all of your available console commands. And then I think those are the only ones I use. But if you press F9, you get all of your different chat commands. Okay, so they have different chat channels: the clan chat, district chat, group chat, officer chat, which I think is when you're promoted to officer in the clan, and you have other officers in the clan, you have like a specific chat channel you can use to communicate with each other without like the rest of the clan seeing it. Replying is when someone whispers you. You just hit backspace. You don't even need to use a command for that. Say is just a localized thing compared to district chat, which is everyone in the district can see it. Team chat, trade chat, whisper chat, yell. Okay, yeah, but that's all the stuff. That's all I wanted to show you guys. All of the kind of different features in social, the really cool customization stuff that you have, the freedom to kind of like do and kind of express yourself and all that cool stuff. Not just with like your character, but also with the clothing you wear and the vehicle you drive. So you can get kind of crazy with it. There's some pretty crazy shit I see on people all the fucking time who take the time to really learn it and take advantage of it. The music maker for making themes and songs, you can do both because people can purchase them and then play it like while they're playing the game. When you press P, you get a music maker. So if you purchased one, you can just play it through here. And then they have settings where you can make it so that other people can hear it when out of like your car and stuff like that, right? Through the vehicle speakers and stuff. So there's kind of cool stuff, right? Kind of cool stuff. And then of course the Joker store. I learned a little bit more as well, which is mind blowing that you can get an Osman with Joker tickets because it's like literally locked like as an end game item. Like so that's absolutely wild to me that that's something you can get as a basically brand new player to save up 10,000 Joker tickets, and then yeah, you literally have end game content right there. You have the fucking Osmond. That's so funny. That's crazy to me. Because people were like, oh, because it was never put up on Armas because people would be like, no, there's, that would break it. That would, only. Uh, so that's insane that Little Orbit did that and made it something you can get on with just Joker tickets. I'm not saying 10,000 Joker tickets is easy to get, but it's a lot faster than a lot faster than just playing the game and hitting the end game. Anyways, that's it, guys. That's the social district. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Okay. I gotta figure out what to do for the next video. I don't know if I'll just go over like basic combat or whatever, but it'll be something. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys. Peace, 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 peace.